Yeah, I'm ready. You are looking live at Blissfield High School Football Stadium in Blissfield, Michigan, where tonight it's a rematch of an instant classic in the regular season as the Ida Blue Streaks take on the Blissfield Royals in the district semifinals of the MHSAA Division VI football playoffs. Good evening to all fans tuning in on our live stream presented by JJ Sports Video. My name is Frank Vashner, and it's an honor to be bringing you all the action here from Blissfield tonight. This is the 45th all-time meeting between the Royals and the Blue Streaks, but the first time in the playoffs. Ida leads the all-time series 31-13, but Blissfield won the last meeting 42-40 in an instant classic that Ida led for most of the night, but it was a touchdown pass from Gavin Gannon to Zach Horkey that put the Royals ahead for good with 53 seconds left. Ida would come back to score a touchdown with 15 seconds remaining, but was denied on a 2-point conversion, and Blissfield would prevail. On the season, Blissfield is 7-0 for the first time since 2007 under head coach Ron Estes. Oddly enough, that was also the last time they went to the state finals. Ida comes in at 4-3, but has really been playing their best football in the second half after struggling somewhat in the first half of the season. Ida is coming off of a 56-12 win over Dearborn Advanced Tech last week, where it was Owen Sampson in a 187 all-purpose yard performance leading the way for the Blue Streaks. Blissfield is coming off a 63-0 shutout win over Lutheran Westland and in the first round. The winner of tonight's game will face the winner of Clinton and Erie Mason for the district championship next week. And either way, we're going to have a good one tonight, as Ida is out for revenge to get back for a close one, and Blissfield is looking to make a statement after being considered a favorite to go on a run the last couple of seasons, but coming up short. Our officials for tonight's contest are referee Matt Allen, umpire is Tom Crampton, head linesman is Jake Marino, line judge Doug Hagelmeyer, and back judge Mike Granger. As we have about 7 minutes up until kickoff tonight. Right? We've got both bands here, Blissfield's band, as well as a pep band from Ida. So it should be a good one. Make sure if you're tuning in on a live stream, whether you may be watching at the Ida Tavern or at your home, get yourself a drink, get yourself some food, sit back and relax, and enjoy a great football game on a beautiful fall night. All right. Last week was a pretty cold one, as I'm going to check our weather right now, see what our game time temperature is. And right now, under clear skies, it is 61 degrees. These temperatures are expected to drop into the upper 50s throughout game time tonight. Wind not a factor. Perfect night for football, as I said. So, we're going to step aside just for a short time, and we'll be back with our national anthem right after this. JJ Sports Video. Frank Vazner here with you on this pleasant Friday evening. Coming up on about 3 minutes until kickoff time. As you can see, the Ida football team is in the south end zone to our right. Lining up for the national anthem. We expect Blissfield to be taking the field momentarily. We'll go over some impact players in this game. For Blissfield, it all starts with quarterback Gavin Gannon, who has over 5,000 career passing yards, and on the season has thrown for just over 1,800 yards and 27 touchdowns. Gannon will be continuing his athletic career on the baseball diamond, however, at Bowling Green State University, along with teammate Zach Horkey, who is the leading receiver for the Royals, who comes in with 41 catches for 856 yards and 17 of Gannon's 27 touchdowns. And now we'll step aside for our the Blissfield band is starting to get things going here. Once they get the national anthem, we will step aside for that to honor this great nation of ours. I've also been told that Ida has brought a pep band tonight, so good job on their end by Chris Bennett, their director. Her for bringing them out here. It's always good to have a band. And the tradition that Ida has always had is both bands is that they bring their band to all playoff road games. I got to be a part of that tradition my freshman year at Ida as a tuba player in the marching band. And so, if you can hear Blissfield's band, yes, they do have the Notre Dame fight song, so if you're a fan of the Fighting Irish, that should appeal to you, ladies and gents. As Notre Dame does have a big game against Clemson this weekend. We'll also hopefully have some scores from around Southeast Michigan and around the state. Hey, tonight, as we have a good one going on up in Clinton, Michigan, between Clinton and Erie Mason. Winner of this game will get the winner of that game. Plus, we've got a rematch between Airport and Milan. That's basically the fourth time that they have met in nearly the last year. They met in the regular season last year as well as the playoffs. And it's the same deal again. And this time around, also we'll have updates from Navarre Field as Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central is playing host to Grass Lake. And who knows what other scores we'll have for you around the state. It's playoff football time. It's the best time of the year in this great state of Michigan. And we'd like to thank Jared James of JJ Sports Video for bringing you this live stream tonight. Right, and allowing me the opportunity to be on here. So if you're tuning in and you hear me, hey, thank you all. And now we'll step aside for our national anthem. Great rendition of the national anthem by the Blissfield High School Marching Band. As we're about set to get this one going, Ida gathering in the south end zone, getting ready to run onto the field. Blissfield gathering outside the north end zone, on with the American flag and other flags of the U.S. Armed Forces. Pretty cool that they always play homage to our military and first responders here. Here in this one, you can see Ida running to their sideline right now. Now they start queuing up Thunderstruck by AC/DC, so that means Blissfield's going to come running onto the field. Hold momentarily, and we're going to get this thing kicked off again. I'd like to thank everyone for spending part of your Friday evening with us here. If you can't be at the game, tuning in, whether you're here in Michigan and at home, or you may be watching at the Ida Tavern or Green Meadows Golf Course. And here comes Blissfield on the field, led by quarterback Gavin Gannon. The Royals coached by Ron Estes in his 13th season. This is his second stint with the Royals. He ended up coaching them to a state final in 2007. Ida, coached by Jeff Potter in his 4th year. Here, there. No matter how you slice it, we're in for a good one, especially with the way the first meeting was, with the Royals prevailing 42-40. Blissfield won the toss. They have deferred their option to the second half, so that means they are going to kick off in this one. So it looks like it'll be Alex Brevort kicking it off, a 6'4", 215-pound junior. Here, Aaron Stalker, her number 11. And only a sophomore, he handles their place kicking duties. So Brevard handling the kickoff duties tonight. So Kirby Karsten and Owen Sampson, they're the deep men for the Blue Streaks. Biggs, Ida will be going from left to right.
Number 87, Alexander Freeborn.
So Freeborn getting set to kick this one away. Sits back, relaxed, to join the game. He swings his leg through it. High and kicks. We are underway. Bumped by Carson at the 5-yard line. He'll pick it up. Carson gets to the 10 to the 15. Fighting through a couple of tackles before he's brought down at around the 17-yard line. Nolan Savage in on the tackle for the Royals, along with others. So that's where Ida will put it in play at. And it looks like they're actually going to give him forward progress at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
All right, so Ida led by sophomore quarterback Nate Miller. In the first meeting, he threw for a career-high 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did not complete a pass last week in the win over Vincent. First play. And it'll be a handoff to Jacob Lewis. And looks like Lewis will get a gain of about 3 yards up to the 23-yard line. Lewis came into this game needing only 11 yards to reach 1,000 on the season. So he's just going to chip away at that. Zach Horkey in on the tackle. Other impact players from the Blue Streaks are Owen Sampson, Kirby Karsten, and Luke Levicki. And then they hand it off to, I believe that was Lewis. Or he's brought down by Zach Horkey and others. Correction, that was Luke Levicki, number 10, excuse me.
First down, Ida.
So that'll give Ida first and 10 at the 31-yard line. It's really interesting to see how methodical Ida will be to keep Blissfield's explosive offense on the sidelines. First down, Miller ducks under center. He's going to hand it off to Sampson. And he'll pick up a couple to the 33-yard line. Fine. Ida likes to operate out of the full house T offense. And chip away very slowly. But Sampson is considered a big play threat out of the backfield if he gets some space. Miller will hand it off And looks like Lewis will get it up to the 35-yard line before he's knocked down by Chase Collier and Josh Weasel. Josh Weasel was first team All-LCAA at middle linebacker for the Royals. So Lewis a first teamer at running back for All-LCAA this season. So we're gonna call it third down and about 7 to go. So now Ida going on with a double wing look. They shift Landon Bryant out wide. Sampson and Levicki on the wing. Hangs Lewis, the fullback. Toss sweep to Sampson. Trying to get the edge. Breaks the tackle from Savage, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Gavin Gannon, and they're going to get a flag for a late hit as well. Sampson forced out around the 43-yard line, and they're going to get 15 tacked out of that. And as Gannon was late getting to him.
Personal foul against the Royals.
As our referee signals personal foul for a late hit out of bounds. Well, a good play by the Blue Streaks to move those chains. And it looks like they're going to mark this one off.
First and 10 for the Blue Streaks to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line of the Royals. Blissfield had 12 penalties for 100 yards in the first meeting. So we'll see if Ida can make them pay for this one here. So they go back to their traditional full house T formation. Miller under center, Levicki, Lewis, and Sampson in the backfield. They're going to give it to Levicki. Gets the 40, still on his feet, and brought down around the 35-yard line, tripped up by Ty Wyman. And that's going to be another first down for the Blue Streaks.
First down.
Levicki really did some damage in the first meeting, but it was catching the ball as he had 124 receiving yards and a score. Actually has the only touchdown reception that was not to Kirby Karsten. So a little fun fact for you there, ladies and gentlemen. So Ida will have it first and 10 from the Blissfield 35. They put Levicki on a wing near side. Lewis and Sampson in the backfield. And it looks like they're going to give to Lewis, and he will not go anywhere as Wyman and Chase Collier brought him down just behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like they may have gotten back there, but nothing much more than that. It'll be second and long. Other names to watch on Blissfield's defense are Ricky Eisenman, number 50, and number 88, Nick Ostis. They were second team All-LCAA. Second down 10 for Ida. Miller will hand off to Lewis. Lewis gets a hole, and he will be brought down at around the 32-yard line. As it was Zach Horkey who tripped him up. So that'll bring out a third down and call it 3 from the Royal 27. Scott Jackson, number 57, going out for Blissfield. Now in the game is number 55, Luke Knopfzinger, 5'11", 200-pound linebacker, junior. Hand off to Levicki, and he is not going to get the first down. He was met by Zach Rucker, big 265-pound sophomore. Ricky Eisenman also in on the play. So that'll bring up about fourth down, and we'll call it 2 for the Blue Streaks. Obviously, they will go for it here. Here we'll see if they try and draw Blissfield off sides and pick up a freebie. So they'll split Brian out wide, near side. Sampson in motion, then he goes back to a spot on the wing. Now he'll go in motion again. They hand off to Lewis, and he will fight for the first down. Gets across the line before Kevin Ibarra brought him down, along with Josh Weasel. So Ida will move the chains. They've got a nice little methodical drive going. And clock running at around 6:37. And it'll be first and 10 from the Royal 24-yard line. All right, we'll see what Ida does here. Nick Hovis and Landon Bryant are the tight ends. They hand off to Sampson. Sampson cuts back. Stiff arms, good on. Sampson, 15, 10, 5. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Blue Streak. Owen Sampson, who had a big game last week, picks up right where he left off, and he gets Ida on the board first with a 24-yard touchdown run. On at 6:12 of the first quarter. So now Ida looks like they will line up for a 2-point conversion. Nate Miller, quarterback, ducks in behind number 55, Elliott Morris in the center. They're going to toss it to Sampson, and it looks like he slips up, and he won't get in there. So, with 6:12 remaining, your score in this one, Ida 6, Blissfield nothing. This is a production of JJ Sports Video.
Me on Twitter at Frank_Measure.
who had a good game against Advanced Tech last week with a punt block.
Fumble after penalty. First.
Screen, Wyman, Ostis, and Ibarra to the bottom of your screen. Get on back to throw. We'll do that quick throw out to Ostis again. Ostis wrapped up, still fighting, down to about the 50-yard line as Landon Bryant had a hold of him and would not let go. Austin Schaefer also in on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Blissfield. So you're set near side. Wyman, Ibarra, Ostis, Horkey, near side. Hand off to Josh Weasel. Weasel across the 50, fighting through tackles and gets down just shy of the 45-yard line. Satkowski had the tackle. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Just under 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ida leads at 6-0. Four wide receivers for Horkegan. Wyman, Ibarra, Ostis, near side. Quick throw out to Ty Wyman. Wyman in space. Wyman gets tripped up by Landon Bryant at the 35-yard line. That will move the chains for the Royals. And he was tackled in bounds, so we'll see if they run on another play. They won't have to. And it looks like they will come up to the line. 10 seconds to go here. Gannon gets it. He'll hand it to Weasel. Josh Weasel, spin move, gets to the 30, down to the 25-yard line as the clock expires. Brought down by first quarter. That's right. Freevort for the PAT. Clean snap, gets it down, the kick is up, and it is right down the boulevard. So that'll give the field a 7-6 lead over Ida with 11. Thank you again for joining everyone. Had some microphone trouble earlier. Had a new headset that I bought, so I'm on a more traditional mic, and I guess from what everyone's telling me, it sounds a lot more clear. There, so we'll check. Gonna check some scores, hopefully real quick. Click on our scoreboard. Right now, Milan leads Airport 13-0. Clinton leads Erie Mason 13-0 as well. So Brevoort to kick it off. And this one, Sampson and Karsten, the deep men for Ida. There's the run up and the kick by Brevoort. High end over end kick is going to be fielded by Karsten at the 13-yard line. Karsten to the 25, and he's going to be brought down on the play. Hey, by Scott Jackson. So Idle will put it in play, 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Idle's first drive ended up being a touchdown by Owen Sampson. Handoff to Jacob Lewis, and he'll get up to the 30-yard line. Brought down by Chase Collier. Here on the play. Collier, you're a 6', 200-pound junior. Your linebacker. Miller rolling out, looking to throw. Fires it, and it is going to be caught by Nick Hovest at the 40-yard line. All right, Hovest did an excellent job coming back to the ball. Ibarra brought him down on the play. So Idle have it 1st and 10 from their 40-yard line. Hovest known more for his play on the defensive line, but also he's a pretty good tight end too. Oh, and he's got some size. Ida goes unbalanced here. And they're going to hand it off to, I believe it was Sampson. Correction, Levicki. As Weasel and Horkey brought him down. On gain of 3 on the play. So now Ida will split Kirby Karsten to the near side. Sampson will go in motion. Toss to Owen Sampson. Sampson getting ran down by Knopfzinger behind the line of scrimmage. Blissfield was not fooled on that play. Collier also in on the stop. And they're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. So, 3rd down and 7. Ida goes back to the T formation. Sampson in motion. Karsten rolling out, fires, and it's going to be incomplete through the hands of Levicki. Josh Weasel on the coverage, so that's going to bring up a 4th down on the play. Hey, and that's going to mean Ida will have to punt. So it looks like Blissfield kind of going safe return here. Park Henry will punt it away. Kevin Ibarra and Zach Horkey back deep. Deep Royals kind of going into prevent mode, trying to sniff out any fake that could happen. Low snap. Henry bobbles it, and he runs with it, and he's going to be brought down by Ty Wyman, but he coughed up the ball, and Chase Collier recovers it at the 38-yard line of Ida. So a disastrous play for Ida, as now Blissfield gets some great field position in Ida territory at the 38-yard line of the Blue Streaks. So they'll put it in play 1st and 10. Blissfield goes empty backfield. Ibarra and Owen Smith to the near side. And we're going to get a flag on the, actually, timeout called by Ida head coach Jeff Potter, and he is not happy. Or did he call timeout? Actually, he did.
Timeout.
He was upset because the huddle, Blissfield huddle broke with 12 men, which is...
Being told that Blissfield had 12 men in their huddle, and that should have been a penalty.
Blissfield 21, Dundee 7.
And another score to bring to you, Grosse Ile leads Dundee 21-7. Hudson leads, Sand Creek leads Hudson 24-0. Excuse me on that one. We get more scores brought in. We'll bring them to you. So we have 9:21 to go here. Here, Blissfield leads Ida 7-6. Next, the winner of this game will move on to play either Erie Mason or Clinton. At last check, it was Clinton who led 13-0. So here comes Blissfield again. They'll put it in play at the 38-yard line of Ida. Ty Wyman, Zach Horkey, Nick Ostis. Trips deployed far side. Owen Smith and Kevin Ibarra near side. Ganon back to throw. Launches a deep one going for Ibarra again, and it's intercepted. I believe that was Kirby Karsten. I couldn't see the number. Karsten had an interception last week. So Ida will get it back after giving it up in their own territory to Blissfield. Kirby Karsten responds with a takeaway of his own, and the Blue Streaks are in business at their own 26-yard line. That's the second takeaway for the Blue Streaks tonight. They had a fumble recovery earlier in the game, but couldn't turn that into points. We'll see what they can do here. Miller will hand it off to Lewis. Correction, that was Luke Levicki. Got that one. Gained a couple on the play. Nick Ostis and Zach Recker in on the stop, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Streaks. Still 13-0 Clinton. And over Erie Mason. So now they'll put Levicki on a wing far side. They hand it off to Lewis, And Lewis will fight his way to the 34-yard line. Bring up about a 3rd down. Down and 2 as Josh Weasel brought him down. This might be the time where Jeff Potter decides to bring Lewis, his hammer, who I believe has reached the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Quick handoff, and it looks like they did get the 1st down, as it was Jacob Lewis. Josh Weasel met him, but not before he picked up the 1st down, and that will move the chains for the Blue Streaks. Makes at about the 37-yard line of Ida. So 1st and 10 for Ida. They have Levicki on a wing near side. Miller gets the snap. He'll hand it to Lewis. Gets brought down around the 42-yard line. There is a flag on the play. There might be a face mask. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be against the Blue Streaks or a block below the knees. So Blissfield got called for a play earlier, and now Ida gets nailed for the same one. So that's going to back the Blue Streaks up to the 25-yard line, right back where they started this drive. First down and 22. So Miller ducks under center. Play fake to Lewis. Tries to throw it out, and it's almost picked off by Zach Horkey. Tried to hit Owen Sampson. If Horkey would have had that one, that would have been a pick six. And a big cheer goes up here at Blissfield as their volleyball team defeated Jonesville to win a district championship. So we'll tip our cap to them for that. Second down, 22 for Ida from their 25-yard line. Miller play fake. Back to throw, hit by Ricky Eisenman, and it is going to be intercepted by Zach Horkey. Horkey with blockers, and he's finally brought down by Austin Herkimer and Landon Bryant. So 2 giveaways for each team. And Blissfield's going to have it hit at the Ida 26-yard line. Miller was looking for Owen Sampson, but he had Ricky Eisenman, the second team All-LCAA defensive end, right in his grill. 3 receivers for the Royals. Wyman and Horkey near side. Gannon hands it off to Weasel, and Weasel will bang his way down to around the 24-yard line for a gain of 2. Austin Schaefer in on the stop. Also Cody Bolton on the stop. So we'll see if Ida's defense can rise to the occasion again after they turn it over or on a busted punt play. Kirby Karsten came up with a pick. Wyman and Horkey deployed near side. Gannon back to throw. Looking. Quick throw out to Ty Wyman at the 18. Wyman will get down to the 10-yard line before he's brought down by Mason Morelli and Landon Bryant. So it'll be first and goal for Blissfield from the Ida 10-yard line. Wyman, as I mentioned, a big target, 6'6". But he has long strides to outrun people. So 3 receivers for Blissfield. Owen Smith to the far side. Horkey and Wyman. Gannon will keep it on a zone read play. Gannon to the 5, and he'll run it in for a touchdown for the Royals. A fake handoff to Josh Weasel got Ida to bite, and Gannon was able to outrun Landon Bryant to get into the end zone for 6 points. So Alex Brevoort on for the PAT. Chase Collier to snap. Ty Wyman to hold. Clean snap. Good hold. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 5:12 remaining here in the second quarter, it'll be Blissfield 14, Ida 6. We're going to step aside and be back shortly. This is a production of JJ Sports Video. Blissfield. The Royals lead at 14-6. Just had a touchdown drive where Gavin Gannon called his own number and ran it in from 10 yards. So with 5:12 remaining, I think the Royals are set to kick it off. Alex Brevort to kick. Sampson and Karsten, the deep men for the Blue Streaks. We'll see if Blissfield keeps it away from Sampson. He is a dangerous kick returner. High end-over-end kick is going to be fielded by Luke Levicki at the 20-yard line. And he will get up to around the 27 before he's stopped. Noah Schnorr and Ricky Eisenman in on the stop. So Ida will put it in play at around the 28-yard line. So Ida looking to respond after turning it over, and that led to some points for Blissfield. Miller will hand it off to, I believe that was Owen Sampson, but Nolan Savage and Gavin Gannon brought him down at the 30-yard line. Line gain of 1 on the play. Coming up on 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Ida trails Blissfield 14-6. So now Ida goes on balanced line here. And they're gonna hand it to Lewis. And he had a nice bit of a hole there, but he only got up to the 34-yard line. Ty Wyman had him brought down. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So we'll see what Jeff Potter decides to have his team do here. Ida goes unbalanced to the right again. They run to the left. Owen Sampson turns the corner, and he's going to be brought down short as Josh Weasel, Kevin Ibarra, and Ricky Eisenman brought him down, and Sampson a little bit is not getting up. And we're going to have an official's timeout. As Ida's trainer, Steve Laughlin, comes running over from the sideline to check on Owen Sampson, as he took a hit on that play. Hey, we do hope that Sampson is okay. His teammate Jacob Lewis talking to him right now. Welcome back to Blissfield. Well, we had to step away for an injury timeout. Owen Sampson, the junior running back out of Ida, appeared to have the wind knocked out of him. He is sitting up right now. As we hear the Ida marching band playing Sleigh Ride. It's that time of the year where the Christmas music's going to be going, ladies and gentlemen, so whatever radio station you listen to, whether it's 101.5 out of Toledo or if you listen on Sirius XM, Go ahead and enjoy your Christmas music. Normally I wouldn't say you should, but it's been a rough year. Do whatever makes you happy. As Sampson gets up and will walk away under his own power. It's a nice round of applause from the Blissfield crowd below us. Great show of sportsmanship by them. So it'll be 4th down and 2 from the 36-yard line for Ida. This might be a situation where they could choose to go for it, but if they do and don't convert, then Blissfield gets great field position. So it looks like Jeff Potter will send out his punt team. Ron Estes yelling at his team to watch for the fake. So Park Henry will drop back to punt. Kevin Ibarra standing at his 36, awaiting the return. Oh, and they fake it. Austin Schaefer will run it, and he will not get the line to gain. As Blissfield did not bite on that one. And apparently they're going to measure it, but I don't think that he got there, judging by where the sticks are. The line to gain was the 39. But I don't believe he got it, ladies and gentlemen. So now, have our measurement just to make sure. They're going to stretch it out, and Blissfield will take over at the 38-yard line. So that'll be the 3rd time that Blissfield has gotten the ball in Ida territory. They previously turned it into points. So we'll see what happens here if Ida's defense can step up and get a stop with 3:08 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Zach Horkey, the lone receiver, to the near side. Wyman, Ibarra, and Ostis. They flare it out to Dick Ostis. Ostis will run down to the 38-yard line. Actually, we'll call it the 36. Ostis, another big target for the Royals. Standing at 6'5", 235 pounds, a junior. Here with 2nd team all LCA at defensive end, but he is also very good at receiver too. So we'll call it 2nd down and 8 for Blissfield. Wyman and Horkey to the near side. Ostis set tight. Gannon pump fakes. He'll throw, and that one is incomplete, intended for Horkey. Kirby Karsten on the coverage. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Karsten having himself a nice game on the defensive side of the ball, folks. Only a sophomore, or 6'5", not just good on the football field, but also on the basketball court as well. Wyman and Horkey near side. Back to throw, Gannon. Gannon will throw. It's going to be complete to Wyman. Out of the tackle of Park Henry. And he'll get tripped up around the 25-yard line as Sampson brought him down. So Blissfield will keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 at the Ida 25-yard line. So Gannon will be in the shotgun. Gannon Back to throw, and it's intercepted! Kirby Karsten, second interception of the night. It looked like he was looking for Ty Wyman on that play, and I don't know if there was a miscommunication on that one. But Kirby Karsten, second interception of the night. Like third this postseason. And that's the third turnover of the game for Blissfield. So we'll see what Ida can do. They have 2 timeouts remaining, 1:51 to go. They'll split Karsten out to the near side. Miller to throw, is looking for Karsten, and it's incomplete. Gavin Gannon had the coverage. Gannon was first team All-LCA, not just at quarterback, but also at defensive back too, so he can get it done on both sides of the ball. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Streaks. They go back to their straight T formation. Miller hands it off. And it's gonna be, looks like Levicki, but there is a flag down, and it's probably gonna be coming back. The official's talking it over. And it's gonna be a personal foul on Blissfield. So that's going to tack on 15 more yards. All right, Ida will definitely take advantage of that, and that's going to give them the ball in Blissfield territory at the Royal 47-yard line. I didn't happen to see who the personal foul was on. May have been a face mask. But Ida will take advantage of it. 1st and 10. Miller back to throw. Miller with time. Gonna launch a deep one, looking for Landon Bryant, and he doesn't connect on it. Gannon on the coverage, just out of reach for Bryant. The senior tight end and linebacker. So Ida showing that they can air it out a little bit too. Second and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the Royal 47-yard line. And they're going to run it to Levicki. Levicki stiff arms Zach Horkey. Levicki churning those legs, loses the football, but it goes out of bounds. Luke Levicki running hard, just like his older brother, Nick, who was a part of the Ida State Final Four team in 2015. So that'll give Ida 1st and 10 at the Royal 31-yard line. They're looking to get some points before halftime. Miller back to throw, got time. Fires, and it's gonna be picked off. Gavin Gannon gets brought down at the 25-yard line of Blissfield. So 3 turnovers each by both teams. So now Blissfield will get it back with 1:14 to go and all 3 timeouts. But if you're Gavin Gannon, that's an eternity if you're a quarterback. I mentioned he was all LCA defensive back too, and we saw why on that play. Ibarra and Ostis deployed near side of your screen. Wyman and Horky to the far side. Ganon back to throw. He'll step up. He's going to run it. Look out. And he's going to get tripped up by Tyler Satkowski at the 31-yard line. And Ron Estes wants a timeout with 1:05 to go. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 after this timeout. Got an update from Clinton right now. They are all over Erie Mason, 27-0. Welcome back to Blissfield. A couple of score updates. Right now, Detroit Leadership Academy leads Whiteford 20-14. Summerfield tied with Detroit Southeastern at 6. So 2nd and 5 for Blissfield. Gavin Ganon back to throw. Gets it out to Owen Smith, and he'll run out of bounds near side at the 38-yard line, and that'll move the chains. Kirby Karsten forced him out. With 1:01 to go, that will stop the clock. Blissfield 2 timeouts remaining. Another score. SMCC tied with Grass Lake at 14 with 1:06 in the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Blissfield has it 1st and 10 from their 39-yard line. 5 wide receivers for Gavin Ganon. Quarterback draw, Ganon to the 40. Ganon spins at the 45. Before he falls down at the 46. Clock still running. Mason Morelli tripped him up. And the clock's still running. Ron Estes is not wanting to use a timeout here. So now Ganon will duck under center. Oh, and they're going to get him for a false start. Clock stopped at 36 seconds, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. The Royals try to do a quick snap and do a quick sneak with Ganon. And now Ron Estes wants to use his 2nd timeout and talk to his team. So another score update. Right now, Milan leads Airport 27-8. That's another regular season rematch.
46,
And Sand Creek has opened up a can on Hudson. They lead 46-0. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. 46-0. So, well, that's a Tri-County Conference team putting it to an LCA team. Unfortunately, if you're a Tri-County Conference fan, it's not the same way over in Clinton as the Erie Mason Eagles trail Clinton 27-0. So 2nd down and 8 for Blissfield at their 41. Empty backfield for Gavin Ganon. Gets a snap, and he'll run another draw play again. Gets it outside to the 40, to the 45, before he's dragged out of bounds by Luke Levicki. And apparently somebody wants a flag on that play. Not going to get it. And they said that he was stopped in bounds, so Ron Estes has to use his final timeout. Blissfield crowd not happy that Estes had to use his final timeouts. They thought that Ganon went out of bounds, but the rule is It's where the officials determine your progress is stopped at. If they rule that you're stopped in bounds, the clock still runs. I would know because I have worked in many of those situations before. I don't need to sound like Mike Pereira, but it's important to know. It's important to know the rules here. We'll step aside. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. Welcome back to Blissfield. 28 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Royals lead the Ida Blue Streaks 14-6. They'll have it 3rd down and 2 from the 47-yard line. All right, Blissfield looking to get some points before the half and extend their lead. Get on back to throw. Under pressure, has to get rid of it. And it'll fall incomplete. Ty Wyman was the closest receiver. So now that'll mean Blissfield has to punt for the first time tonight. All right, and Ida will get it back with 21, with just under 20 seconds remaining. So that'll bring Ty Wyman on to punt. But of course, we've seen Ida run a couple. Ida had a busted punt tonight earlier. They don't send anybody back. They want to watch for a fake. Wyman will rugby style kick it, and he'll boom one. It's going to hit at the 16, still rolling inside the 5, and it will be downed right there by Blissfield. And the clock didn't even run on the play. So, great punt by Ty Wyman. But apparently there was a clock error and it never started. So we'll see what happens here. So Ida will still have it 1st down and 10 from their 3-yard line. So they're going to run it down to 11 seconds. Not 1.1 as it shows on the scoreboard right now in the north end zone. Should just be 11, so we're going to hopefully get that issue corrected. But again, clock operators are human, so sometimes they make an error. But we just hope that they can get it fixed. So if you're just joining us here, Blissfield leads this game 14-6. Ida would strike first on a touchdown run by Owen Sampson. But Blissfield would score twice. A touchdown pass to... Okay, I don't know why they're running the clock now. Actually, I guess they just took a knee. And that'll bring us to halftime. With Blissfield leading 14-6, we'll recap what's happened so far. Ida took the ball first, and they scored on their opening drive with a 24-yard run by Owen Sampson. But Blissfield would respond in the second quarter. A 25-yard pass to Kevin Ibarra from Gavin Gannon. Gannon would also add a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Both teams have turned it over 3 times each in this game. So we're going to step aside for a break. And right now, the Ida High School volunteer pep band, really the Marching Thunder, they're going to play some music here at Blissfield. So we'll be back later on. Actually, it's the 11th and 12th grade pep band, so juniors and seniors. So we'll step aside and we'll be back This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video.
It was like picking, you could tell, like, the lines were going. Frank? Yeah.
All right, now it's picking up something. That's better. I think it's because maybe I need to dial less.
Well, put your, pull out your phone, put your head, your ear pods in, and we can test it. You know what I mean? Localize it.
All right. Test 1 2 3 4. I think it's picking it up. I can only hear it because I think I can hear it through my AirPods. Sounds like it.
Does it sound clear?
I can hear the band. test, 1, 2, 3, 4, test, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I've got sound on there. It's picking up my voice. Doesn't look like it's muffled.
Your 2002 district volleyball champion, Blissfield Rallies.
Welcome back to Blissfield High School. Hello, Frank Vazher here with all the action as the Ida Blue Streaks trail the Blissfield Royals 14-6 at halftime. A loud cheer from the crowd as Blissfield's volleyball team has just returned from winning a district championship against Jonesville. They were playing for that out in Onstead, so we tip our hat to them and congratulate them on a district championship. As we're going to get the second half underway in this one. Bring you up to speed if you're just joining us. Again, we apologize for any microphone issues we had. We have switched back to the traditional stick mic. As Ida would strike first on their opening drive with a 25-yard touchdown run by Owen Sampson. But Blissfield will answer back in the second quarter with a touchdown pass to Kevin Ibarra from Gavin Gannon. And then Gannon added a 10-yard rushing score to make it 14-6. Both teams with 3 turnovers apiece in the first half. Ida not able to turn anything into points. Blissfield, however, hasn't been able to do much better, as only one of their touchdowns came off of a turnover. So Park Henry will get set to kick it off towards the south end zone to our right. Wyman and Ibarra back deep. Squib kick. It's going to bounce the 30. It's going to be fielded by Ibarra at the 20. Ibarra gets the 25 to the 30, and it's going to be tripped up. Lost the football. And flags are coming in from all over the place. I believe they ruled him down. But multiple flags come in, and line judge will pick his up. So it's a penalty on Blissfield. And also a sideline warning, a blindside block. So apparently either a coach or a player got in the way of the line judge, which is a no-no. That's no yardage tacked out for the first one. Blindside block is a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that's going to back Blissfield up inside their own 10-yard line. Actually, check that. That's going to back them up to the 14-yard line. Trying to start their first drive of the second half. Gavin Gannon will start in a shotgun, flanked by Josh Weasel. Nick Ostis on a wing. Receivers, Horky near side. Wyman and Ibarra, they hand it off to Weasel. Weasel will get tripped up at the 15-yard line. Park Henry got there first, and Owen Sampson finished him off. So a 1-yard gain for Weasel. We'll bring up second down and 9. And Royal's known for throwing the ball, but they have been effective running it too. Gannon's shown that he can run. Weasel is their leading rusher. High snap, give to Weasel. Weasel will fight his way down and get up to the 20-yard line. And he'll be tackled by Park Henry. He and Alex Cull on the play. That's going to bring up a third down and 4. This time Blissfield goes 2 tight ends. Gannon will hand it off to Weasel. Weasel gets through a hole, gets up to the 30 before he's brought down. Park Henry in on the stop. Not before the Royals pick up another first down at the 32-yard line. Landon Bryant also in on the stop. So now Josh Weasel hobbling off the field. Well, and now we're going to get a whistle, and I think they were going to call an injury timeout for Weasel, but he will go to the attention of the training staff. So Gannon will get the snap. He will hand it off to Chase Collier, who's checked in. Collier trying to bounce outside. Collier gets to the 40, to the 45, to the 50 before he's shoved out of bounds in Ida territory by Landon Bryant at the Ida 45-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. So hold everything. And they're going to pick it up. The flag was thrown by the umpire. And apparently Blissfield's public address announcer has some jokes too, saying it was soft tissue. So Blissfield will put it in play 1st and 10 as our volleyball team now comes running in their jerseys. It's jersey night here for the Blissfield student section. Collier joins Gannon in the backfield. Nick Ostis on wing. Hand to Collier again. Collier to the 45 before he's going to get dropped at the 44. Kyle Struzinski and Tyler Satkowski in on the stop for the Blue Streaks. That'll make it 2nd down and 9. Park Henry coming back in for the Blue Streaks. Mason Morelli will go out and get a breather. So 2nd down and 9 for the Royals. Horkey deployed near side. Wyman and Ibarra to the far side. Ostis on a wing. And we're going to get movement, and I believe Ida jumped off sides. Yes, they did. So that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Royals on that one. That'll make it 2nd down and 4 from the Ida 39-yard line. So here we go again. 2nd and 4 for the Royals. Gannon takes a snap. He'll hand it to Collier. Collier will get a couple on the play before he's hit and dropped. Nick Hovis, Austin Schaefer, and Kyle Struzinski in on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for Blissfield. Royals deciding to go with a ground attack more here. Chase Collier seeing some action after Josh Weasel left with an apparent injury. He is being tended to on the sideline. Apparently it's his ankle. They give to Collier again. Collier hitting the backfield. Nick Hovest says, "We've seen enough of you." And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 after a loss of 1. At the 39-yard line. And it looks like Ron Estes wants to go for it here. But it is worth noting that Gannon can pooch kick if he wants to. They send Ibarra to the near side. Wyman and Horkey, they give it to Gannon. Gannon back to throw. Gets his man Wyman wide open at the 30 before he's taken down at the 25-yard line. Mason Morelli brought him down. As Wyman just ran a short out pattern. Hearn for an easy pitch and catch. Blissfield will keep it moving at the Ida 25-yard line. Trips to the near side for the Royals. Wyman, Ibarra, and Ostis. Horkey, the lone receiver to the far side. Collier joining Gannon in the backfield. Quick throw out to Nick Ostis. Ostis to the 20, to the 15, breaks the tackle, still on his feet before he's brought down by Park Henry at the 6-yard line. So Nick Ostis showing some yards after catch ability. They have gone to him on that little quick screen several times tonight. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Royals at the 6-yard line. Ostis will now go tight right. Wyman and Horkey, they give to Collier, and he will get down. Actually, check that. Gannon kept it, as he will get down to around the 3-yard line. And see, Landon Bryant brought him down, and Tyler Satkowski. Gannon not afraid to call his own number. He's 6'2", 195 pounds. Mentioned headed to Bowling Green State University to play baseball. 2nd and goal. They give to Collier. Collier met immediately and driven backwards. Does not look like he had any gain on that play, as the interior of that Blue Streak defensive line, led by Tyler Satkowski, made the play. And it looks like they're going to give it to him at the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal. So now they go, Blissfield going empty backfield. Wyman, Horkey, and Ostis trips near side. Ibarra and Owen Smith far side. See if Gannon runs a quarterback draw here. He will. Gannon will walk into the end zone for the touchdown for the Royals. From 2 yards out, that's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night and his 8th of the season. So after a penalty on a kickoff set Blissfield back at their own 14-yard line, they drive 86 yards to score with 5:27 left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. So Alex Brevoort on for the extra point. Good snap by Chase Collier. Good put down, and hold on, we're getting a flag, and it's going to be a false start. Hard on Blissfield, so now they're going to have to try it again. Brevoort a perfect 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. Taking the place of regular place kicker Aaron Stalker. We do not see Aaron on the sideline. He wears number 11. Snap, put down, kick is up, and it is right down the boulevard. 3 for 3 on PATs for Brevoort. And Blissfield leads it now 21-6 with 5:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. Welcome back to Blissfield, as Blissfield leads 21-6 with 5:27 to go. Alexander Brevoort set to kick off for the Royals. Sampson and Karsten, the deep men for the Blue Streaks. Brevoort swings his leg through it. High end over end kick fielded by Karsten at the 8-yard line. Karsten gets a hole at the 20 to the 25 before he is brought down by Scott Jackson at the 27-yard line. Called a 20-yard return for the Blue Streaks. as they need to get something going after being down 21-6. If you recall, the first meeting between these two teams was a lot more competitive, with Ida leading for most of the game, and before Blissfield would pull it out in the final minute. So first attempt for the Blue Streaks. They hand it off to Jake Lewis, and Lewis will fight his way up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down by Zach Horkey and Luke Knopfzinger. That'll make it 2nd down and 4 on the play. This is Ida's first possession of the second half, as Blissfield really chewed up a lot of clock on their opening drive. But they primarily ran the ball. Only pass was from Gavin Gannon to Ty Wyman on a 4th down. Blue Streaks will hand it to Luke Levicki, who's going to get met immediately at the 35-yard line. Chase Collier in on the stop. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. This is a critical 3rd down for the Blue Streaks. It'll go unbalanced left here. They give to Sampson, and not much doing, as he's met immediately at the 35. By that Blissfield defensive line, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 3. And looks like Ida is going to punt this one away with 3:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They did run a fake earlier. Austin Schaefer had it snapped to him, but it got sniffed out by the Royal defense. And Park Henry bobbled a snap earlier. So Henry will take this one, and he'll boot it away right to Ibarra, who will fall to a knee at the 41-yard line. All right, and it looks like they're going to mark him down at the 40. So that's where Blissfield will take over with 3:17 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Thank you for spending part of your Friday night with us, and we've got an official timeout. And apparently a Josh Weasel, a running back and linebacker from Blissfield, is now down again. He went out the game with an ankle injury. He did return, so we don't know if it's the same issue or if it's a different one. We'll step aside. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. All right, we'll come back. Back here in Blissfield. He'll be stepped away after an injury to Royals running back Josh Weasel. Appears to be an ankle issue. So the Royals will put it in play 1st and 10 from their 40-yard line, leading 21-6 with 3:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So with Weasel out, that means Chase Collier is checked in at running back. Gannon will take the snap, and he'll call his own number, and he'll get to the 40 before he's met immediately by Nick Hovest. Cody Bolt and Austin Schaefer also in on the play. I think Gannon got a yard on that one. Owen Smith now checking in at receiver, number 17 for the Royals. So Smith and Wyman split out wide. Horky Ganon gets the snap. Hand off to Collier. Collier is going to get brought down around the 48-yard line. And before he's brought down, that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Owen Sampson on the stop. Owen Smith deployed near side. Horky and Wyman far side. Ostis tight. Ganon gets a snap. Hands off to Collier. Collier going to get met in the backfield and driven back. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage as Park Henry, Landon Bryant, Austin Schaefer, Cody Bolt, they were all in on him. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 2. And it appears that they will punt it away here as Ty Wyman is in the punt. Blue Streaks guarding against a possible fake here. They do send Sampson back deep. He's standing. So Wyman will rugby style kick it. And it's going to hit and bounce right into the end zone for a touchback. So Idle will put it in play at their 20-yard line. Trailing 21-6 with 1:07 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. So the Blue Streaks need to get something going here and come away with points, as they have not scored since their opening drive. They went 3 and out in their only possession so far in the second half. So Ida going unbalanced on this play. They give it to Jake Lewis, and Lewis will plow his way up to the 25-yard go here in the 3rd quarter. Chase Collier in on the stop. And it is worth mentioning that Jacob Lewis has reached the 1,000-yard mark for the season. So congratulations to him on achieving that milestone. Another 1,000-yard rusher for Ida. He puts his name in the history books. Lewis and Sampson in the backfield. Give to Sampson. And he's going to get maybe 3 yards on that play before Ty Wyman brought him down. Call it 3rd down and 1. Actually got about 4 yards. So will they get it off in time? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They do. And Luke Levicki will pick up the 1st down as the quarter ends. Correction, that was Jacob Lewis. So that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Her Blissfield leads at 21-6. We'll step aside. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. Welcome back to Blissfield as we get ready to start the 4th quarter with Ida trailing 21-6. Couple score updates. Milan leading Airport 34-8 with 4:13 remaining. So it looks like the Big Reds will be moving on. Back here, Ida's got some work to do. Toss to Jacob Lewis. Lewis trying to find a block. He's going to get up to the 37-yard line before Ricky Eisenman will drop him. And after a short gain, 2nd down and 6 on the play. Blue Streaks looking to get their first points since their opening drive. Lewis and Sampson in the backfield. They'll toss to Lewis again. With blockers in front, Lewis stutter steps. He'll pick up the first down. Down before he stopped on the far side of the field. Looked like Kevin Ibarra and Owen Smith in on the stop, but that'll move the chains for the Blue Streaks. And another scoreboard update. Right now, Erie Mason trailing Clinton 35-8 after 3 quarters of play. First attempt for the Blue Streaks at their 46-yard line. They're going to run it up the middle with Lewis again, and he'll get up to the 50-yard line before he's brought down on the play. Julius Brown, number 71. 5'10", 220-pound freshman. And seeing some playing time for Ron Estes on the defensive line. Of course, in the playoffs, you have a lot of your JV players up and hopefully get them some experience. And they're going to Idle will give it to Sampson again. And he'll get up to the 45-yard line of Blissfield before he's tripped up by Chase Collier. It's going to make it 3rd down and 1 on the play. Ida going with a lot more 2-back sets with Luke Levicki on a wing as an extra blocker. Now they go back to the straight T formation. Miller gives it to Lewis. Lewis fighting his way. Several Royals are on him. And he's finally brought down, but not before he picks up a first down, and that's going to move the chains for Ida. Nolan Savage and others had a hold of his jersey, and he just would not go down. So first attempt for the Blue Streaks at the Royal 41-yard line. Miller will give it to Levicki. Levicki, he's going to stay on his feet. Levicki to the 25, down to the 20, before he's dropped by Gavin Gannon. And Zach Horkey. He inside the 20-yard line. The Blue Streaks back in the red zone for the first time since the first quarter. So Ida having their best drive of the game since their opening drive. Sampson and Lewis in the backfield. They toss to Lewis. Lewis trying to get a block from Sampson. He'll get the corner to the 15, and he's going to get hit out of bounds at around the 14-yard line as Ibarra made the stop. So we'll see what the Blue Streaks can do here. They're inside the 20. It's critical that they come away with points here and cut it to a one-possession game. They go back to the full house T look. Lewis again. Lewis still churning his legs, and he picked up the first down right through the pile. Well, and Ida will have it 1st and goal. Ricky Eisenman in on the stop. But Jacob Lewis running a lot harder here in this fourth quarter. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line on the right hash mark. Ida goes unbalanced right again. Miller gets a snap. And it'll be Lewis again. Gets down to around the 6-yard line before he's met by a host of Royals. And guess who brought him down? Kevin Ibarra, who's just been all over making plays on defense tonight. Clock running under 7th, just about 7.5 minutes to go here in this one. Ida needs a touchdown here. They go unbalanced left here. Give to Lewis again. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Blue Streaks. A 6-yard touchdown run for Jacob Lewis. And that'll make it 21-12, Blissfield. Ida needs to go for 2 here to cut it to a 1-possession game. This time they go straight T, balanced line. Miller gives it to Levicki. Did he get there? Yes, he did. It's good. And the Blue Streaks answer back to cut it to a 1-possession game. With 7:21 remaining, Blissfield 21, Ida 14. We'll step aside. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. Back here in Blissfield, Ida now trails Blissfield 21-14 after Jacob Lewis punched it in, and Luke Levicki ran it in for 2. Park Henry getting set to kick it off here. Royals expecting an onside attempt. Ibarra and Wyman back deep. Henry will kick it deep. Wyman will field it at the 23. Wyman up to the 30 and brought down at the 35-yard line by Mason Morelli. Okay, so this is a big series for the Blue Streaks if they want to stay alive in the postseason, and they will need to get a stop here. But Blissfield's shown that they can run the ball pretty effectively too. Josh Weasel still not in the ball game. He's still on the sideline injured, so Chase Collier takes his place. Ganon gets a snap. Quick throw out to, I believe that's Ty Wyman. And he will gain 2 yards on the play. Hey, Blissfield has run that a lot with Nick Ostis in the slot. This time they ran to Ty Wyman and picked up 2 yards. Owen Sampson, another number 2, made the stop. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 on the play. Ganon gets a snap. He's going to run it. And he's going to get hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Luke Levicki in on the stop. Mason Morelli also in on the play. He got a yard out of it at the 38-yard line. Clock running now, about 6 minutes to go. This is a big third down for the Ida defense. And since they have the Royals in 3rd and long, 3 receivers to the far side. Ganon, back to throw with time. Under pressure, hit as he gets rid of it. And it is dropped by Kevin Ibarra off the fingertips. Ibarra had a touchdown earlier when he was wide open, and he had 6 on his mind there. But the Royals can't convert, and they will punt it away with 5:41 remaining in this one. Ty Wyman will punt. Owen Sampson standing back deep at his 23-yard line. Wyman won't rugby punt it, but it's a high kick, and it's going to hit and roll out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Wyman did not rugby kick that one. He's been very effective doing that. But this time he decided to kick it the old-fashioned way.
They will be right back.
All right, so we're going to step aside for a short time. This is a presentation of JJ. All right, back to Blissfield. We apologize for some technical difficulties. Ida has the ball back, and Jacob Lewis just had a 9-yard gain into Blissfield territory. All right, Ida taking advantage of good field position after a short punt by Ty Wyman. 5 minutes to go here in this one. Ida needs a touchdown here to stay alive. Nate Miller under center. He's going to look to throw. Throws it out to Owen Sampson, who'll pick up the first down before he's tackled by Zach Horkey. So that time the Blue Streaks decide to go to the air there, and Miller dumps it off to Sampson, his safety valve, for a short gain, and that will move the sticks. Clock running, 4:40 to go in this one. On another game between Ida and Blissfield, coming down possibly to the wire as it did in week 5. Blue Streaks go unbalanced left here. Miller hands off to Lewis. Lewis had a hole before he was tripped up by Ibarra again. And he'll pick up about 5. 5 down to the 38-yard line of Blissfield. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Unbalanced left for the Blue Streaks again. Hand off to Lewis. Lewis tried to get a push. He got down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line before he was driven back. Nick Ostis and Chase Collier in on the stop. So that brings up 3rd down and 2. Clock under 3.5 minutes to go. Ida only needs 2 yards here. Do they go back to Lewis again? They go unbalanced right. Miller gets the snap. He'll hand it off, and I believe it was Lewis, and yes, he did get that first down. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Lewis being very effective as a runner. That'll move the chains at the 31-yard line. All right, 3 minutes to go here in this one. Folks, do not go anywhere. As my broadcast partner at the University of Toledo, Derek Losno, said, this ain't the 4th quarter, it's the man's quarter. They toss it to Lewis. Lewis breaking a couple of tackles before he's ridden down by Ricky Eisenman. And Gavin Gannon also in on the stop. Gain of 3 on the play. He makes it 2nd and 7. And down to the 28-yard line. And Ida, I think, wants to score with as little time left as possible, not give Gavin Gannon any chances. Oh, botched play. Lewis had it, but I think there was a mix-up as he was brought down on the backfield, and Jeff Potter wants a timeout. Eisenman brought him down, and Josh Weasel, who came back into the game with a big play. So that's going to make it third, after a loss of 3, he'll make it 3rd down and 10 with 2:04 remaining. And here in this one, and it's definitely go for it territory here. Here, hopefully we can get some score updates for you. Well, we do have a final from Milan as the Big Reds have beat Airport 34-8. Hey, they will move on to play Redford Union. Last check, SMCC was leading Grass Lake 21-14. So this is a huge 3rd down for Ida here with 2:04 remaining. Just use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. Blissfield has all 3. Blue Streaks go straight T, balance line. Miller, hand it off to Levicki, and he will gain about 4 yards. And Ricky Eisenman brought him down. That's going to make it 4th down and 6. Clock still running. 1:43 to go. This is 4th and ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. A trip to the district championship on the line. The Blue Streaks need to reach the 21-yard line of Blissfield. So Miller will duck under center. Levicki goes in motion. Miller back to pass. Miller throws it, and it is batted away by Zach Horkey. With 1:14 remaining, Ida will turn it over on downs. Blissfield takes over with 1:14 left. Looking for Luke Levicki on that play. Hey, but it just wasn't meant to be. So Blissfield takes over with 1:14 left. Ida does have 2 of their timeouts remaining. But the game's not over till the clock hits 0. So Gannon will be back in the shotgun with Josh Weasel to his left. Gannon will keep it, and he's going to get hit for a loss. Clock still running. Loss of 2 out of the play. Under a minute. Jeff Potter still has 2 of his timeouts. He used 1 earlier. And apparently we've got an injured Blue Streak on the field. It's Nick Hovest. And Ron Estes not happy. And apparently Ida does use a timeout with 46 seconds remaining. Blissfield leads at 21-14. It's probably just going to take 2 plays to salt this one away. As Blissfield will look to move on, have a rematch with Clinton in the district championship. The Royals beat the Redskins 28-21 in the regular season. And right here, so 2nd down and 12 here for Blissfield. 46 seconds remaining. Clock will start on the snap. Ganon will keep it. Ganon stutter steps. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. And Ida will use their final timeout with 37.6 seconds remaining. Blissfield needs to only run one more play here. It's a 40-second play clock. But we'll see what happens here. So, still looking for an update from Clinton on the score. All right, it was 35-16 with 3:02 left. Now, so it looks like Clinton and Blissfield will meet for the district championship right here next week. So third down, and 12 to go here. There, it looks like Blissfield will just take a knee. He can run this out, and Ron Estes wants a timeout. Have to talk it over. There's several people we'd like to thank for this season of bringing you Ida football. Obviously, Jared Jansen, the owner and CEO of JJ Sports Video, for providing all of his equipment, and so we can bring all this to you. Also thank Jared Carter, who has brought commentary to you. I had to fill in for him tonight. And it was an honor to be able to do that, as I'm an Ida graduate. Graduated from Ida in 2007. And I've been proud to see how their football team has played hard, played well under Jeff Potter. So Blissfield will go back to protect. Ganon will take a knee, and they don't have to run another play. Clock under 30 seconds. And as the final seconds tick down, the Blissfield Royals will celebrate a 21-14 win over the Ida Blue Streaks. They will advance to the district championship against Clinton next Friday night. Ida's season will come to an end at 4-4. Or both teams have meant to acknowledge each other at midfield. Ricky Eisenman shakes hands with Jeff Potter. A good show of sportsmanship by both sides. All right, it's our final score of this one. Blissfield 21, Ida 14. And we'll be back to wrap this up after this. This is a presentation of JJ Sports Video. Welcome back to Blissfield. Our final score tonight, it's the Royals who move on 21-14 over the Ida Blue Streaks. It's a fairly hard-fought game. Ida's season will come to an end at 4-4. We'd like to take a minute to recognize those seniors who have played their final game in a Blue Streak uniform. Tight end linebacker number 8, Landon Bryant. Tight end linebacker number 14, Eli Willis. Fullback, defensive back, Jacob Lewis, number 21. Running back, defensive back number 24, Caleb Pfeiffer. Running back, defensive back, and backup quarterback number 28, Mason Morelli. Running back, defensive back number 33, Alex Cull. Tight end linebacker and punter number 42, Park Henry. Running back, defensive back number 46, Reed Wolmer. Offensive defensive lineman number 58, Cody Bolt. Defensive lineman number 60, Tucker Roderick. Offensive defensive lineman number 69, Austin Herkimer. Offensive defensive lineman number 70, Abby Breitner. Offensive defensive lineman number 74, Kyle Straczynski. Offensive defensive lineman number 77, Tyler Satkowski. Those were the seniors for this Blue Streaks football team, whose careers unfortunately come to an end tonight. So we would like to tip our cap to them for all their hard work that they've done. But they've had, I would say, a fairly successful career. 3 playoff appearances in 4 years, coupled with 3 playoff victories. So now they have helped set the bar for years to come for Ida football. But these Blue Streaks aren't going anywhere. They return plenty of talent next season. And Nate Miller, starting quarterback, was only a sophomore. He's going to continue to get better. Luke Levicki, another sophomore, and also Kirby Karsten, who I've referred to as the triplets. All sophomores. They're going to be here for a couple more years, and they're going to continue to get better and better. Again, we'd like to thank Jared Jansen, Ida's varsity basketball coach and owner and founder of JJ Sports Video, for helping bring you all this live stream, aiming all season, as well as JV basketball head coach Jared Carter for providing commentary for most of the season when he's been available. I'd also like to thank all the athletic directors at schools who helped accommodate us. I want to thank Ryan Walentowski from Blissfield tonight for being such a gracious host, and everybody here for giving us a nice setup, making it easy. So, with that said, my name is Frank Vajner. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's game. And until next time,